Hello and welcome to another episode of The Average EV. Today I received important update GM 653.40. It's got some special stuff in it. Let's get into it. All right, everybody, so here it is, important update 653.40. Here are the improvements. It says improvements to rear view camera, fixes to address missing trailer indicators, fixes to display responsiveness, improvements to performance of climate controls, and fixes to universal remote reset. And I also heard that this actually is going to do that dealer update that everybody was doing to the infotainment, and it'll allow for streaming. So I'm very excited about this. I'm gonna go ahead and press install. We're gonna let it happen, and then we're going to kind of check it out. Before I go ahead and click install, I heard that the UI changed a little bit. So just in catalog, I wanna show the UI. So here it is. This is where everything is. All of my icons, the controls. Okay. And maybe we'll go in here to look at the, you can see that needs to go to the dump pile. So there's that. If we want to look at that, there are different options. Maybe hitch, because I think they changed them there. I obviously don't have a hitch installed, but there is that. Audio. You can see there's actually an error here. This comes up a lot where the play overlaps that stuff. So the map, if I notice anything different with the map, I'll let you know. Controls, I showed that already. Anything else we should look at? Oh, charging. Maybe just in case the charging changes at all. And obviously we got all of our climate down here. And I can't think of anything else that'd be important. Drive modes, maybe. I doubt they would change anything there. Climate. Actually, I almost never look at the screen because I just use the bottom part there. All right, so let's go ahead and get this update started. I'm gonna step out of the car and then I'll be back. It actually might be much later tonight, but I'll be back and we'll get this thing updated. All right, so here's the update. 653.40 says it's going to take 15 minutes. Let me see if it shows it here. It doesn't. This was a relatively large download. It was almost 4 gigabytes. I don't recall the other ones being that long. It stalled at like around 67% for me. I heard others get it stalled at 60%, but it downloaded today, so that's great. So I'm gonna go ahead and click install now. Turn off vehicle. I'll do that. Vehicle off. Install now. And I'm gonna go ahead and get out of the car. I'll see y'all in a bit. All right, everybody, we are back and the update is done. No errors, worked perfectly fine. I really haven't had many issues with updates lately. So let's go ahead and let's just check the updates page again, and then I'll show you all around the new UI. All right, here's my catalog of updates if anybody's wondering. So I'll scroll through so you can see them all. There you go. But anyways, this is the one we just got, 653.40. Improvements to rear view camera, so we should check that out. Fixes to address missing trailer indicators. Doesn't matter for me. Fixes to display responsiveness. It seems very responsive to me. Improvements to performance of climate controls. Haven't noticed a difference. I probably won't be able to tell that one now. And fixes the universal remote reset. I'm not going to do that because mine works perfectly fine. Again, that's the garage door opener. And then let's go ahead and look around. So upon basic looking, some icons are actually different. The off button is completely different. Before it had like actual like lights and stuff, it's just an empty car. This icon changed a little bit. They actually moved the lights icon over. And there's no control button in here anymore because, you know, you can just access control here. That's what I always do. But what's nice here is I don't know if I can get my driving perspective very well. I can't. Let me see if I go 0.5. Yeah, that doesn't help either. But from my driving perspective, I can actually see this light now, and that's to turn on and off the headlights or whatever. So that is actually good that they scooched it over. So there's that. Again, the icons look a little bit different. looks a little bit cleaner, is my observation. Silly me, I didn't take a video of this to catalog what it looked like before, but this box is actually different now. It generally looks the same, but just slight changes, which is actually nice. It looks, like I said, it all looks generally a little bit cleaner to me, which I'm enjoying. So let's go ahead and let's check out the backup camera, because they said there's an improvement to this. I'm not noticing anything, and whether it's bigger or not, maybe it's bigger, but I don't see anything. I don't know if I ever noticed this before, but in the rear view you have access to garage door, regenerative braking, and leaving the car on, so that's interesting. Here's the front. Oh, there's my garbage, but that's actually good, because we can do a side-by-side comparison or back-to-back of this to see if there's any differences. But yeah, it looks backup camera. Maybe it is a little bigger, or maybe I'm making that up because I want it to be different. Okay, and then I don't have all my it did move my icons, and I had to reset them, if you're wondering. So I went ahead and kind of did that, but I'll have to finish doing that later. But then the big thing that I want to tell you all about that wasn't in the actual update notes is this. Boom, I've got video now. Prime Video, Peacock, Tubi, HBO Max. I'm pretty sure there's YouTube too somewhere. Pastime all parked. Here we go. Google Chrome. Oh, that wasn't there before either. Beach Buggy Race. Oh gosh, not yet. Beach Buggy Racing, HBO Max, some basketball stuff, Crunchyroll. Is there Chrome Beta? Game Snacks. There's a lot of extra stuff here now. Mahjong. No YouTube. That's kind of sad. Huh. Or did I miss it? But yeah, that's pretty cool. Let me just type in YouTube, because I thought it was... Yeah, YouTube. There it is. That's weird. But there it is. So you can install YouTube. Let's go ahead and do that. And then I'm also going to install everything, because I actually have all these. I have all these. Peacock. Did I do Peacock yet? Install. Tubi. Install. HBO Max. Install. Are these still installing? Yeah. So, okay, cool. So what I'm going to do, everybody, I'm going to let that install, and then I'm going to show you all what it looks like on here. All right, everybody, so I'm in YouTube. I went ahead and searched me, and there I am. And again, you just click on the app. So let's watch a video. Holy cow. Which one should we watch? Yeah, this was a good one. If you didn't watch this one, I really like this one, the New Year's, kind of a fun little road trip. But click on that. And holy cow, that actually looks really great. I think if they made it any bigger, it would be too big. And you can click that and make it a little bit bigger. So yeah, I'm happy with that. Wow, looks great. So that's super cool. And you can sign in. I actually like that, because I'm on the average EV with all the videos I watch. Like when I'm consuming YouTube, and but my personal one I never watch, which is funny. So, but my personal is my Google account, if that makes sense. But anyway, so there's that. Super cool. Let's go check out another one. I don't want to log into everything, so I think Tubi I don't need to log in. So there it is. Skip, yeah. I thought so. I do have a login for Tubi. If you never used it, it's cool. It's like, doesn't have a ton of options, but there are some good options. So look, they got Step Brothers. I probably shouldn't play any video, but yeah, look, there it is. You know what I will do? I'm not going to play the video, but I'll click this. Oh, that's a little weird. I just want to see how big the video is when it does play. So let's just let a little image come in. And there we go. Yeah, so it looks to be about the same size as the YouTube. Oh, try start stop. So That's that. That's so cool. I'm so excited. Oh, it even goes bigger. Okay, look at that for Tubi, but it cuts off a lot, it looks like. So I wouldn't do that. But that is really awesome. Really excited. This is probably one of the best updates I got because it improved the user experience in the car, making things look a little bit nicer, moving things, adjusting things a little bit. And then of course adding the streaming, which to me is like a really big deal because now when I'm at charging, I can watch a video. My family can watch a video when I go in to get something from a store, something like that. If they don't want to come in, it's gonna be awesome. So wow, hopefully you all get this update rolled out to you. It is awesome. It went relatively smoothly for me, and guess what? Didn't have to go to the dealer. So all the people who went to the dealer, that's super cool, but it is good to know that Chevy, or GM, I guess in general's long-term plan was to do this over the air. They did it, it worked out nicely, and here we are. So thanks again for watching this video. Super exciting. I've been waiting for this for a long time. If you haven't already, please remember to give a like, a subscribe, hit that notification bell, and I'll catch you all next time.